Okay, now I'm going to display these traditionally we display like I did also in the fluent section. Display the temperature contours, velocity vectors and path lines. And I told you that the benefit of having the CFD post is that you can save those all plots in the tree outline here. For example, if I want to create the contour 1 and I put the name as let's say pressure, and on the symmetry, click on OK, and from here select the symmetry plane and make it, let's say, local pressure and apply, and also hide these surfaces from the display. So this way I can display the pressure. Secondly, let's say I want to display the temperature also on the same boundary. So temperature and symmetry, okay, and this will create the new plot for the temperature. And again this is the symmetry plane, this time is the temperature, again local, and apply. And you can hide the previous case, and now I'm just displaying my pressure, not the pressure but temperature contours. And from the rendering you can also show the mesh lines in the black color. So by default they have the color of their respective band color for the contours. So let's say I want to apply the constant color, and now I just change them to the black color here for the lines. But the contour plot, they have their color depending on the temperature range here. And same can be done for the pressure on the symmetry plane. Third one, let's say I want to create the velocity on the again symmetry plane, and click on OK. And again now it's going to be the velocity here, and again it's a local, and apply. And I can hide the temperature contours from here, and similarly I can render to show the mesh lines and apply. And in this way I have the other options. For example, I can show the labels on these colors. So we have the labeling enabled based on the numbering, and for each number we have their values. And you can also change the text height and the text font and the color mode. Let's say like this one. Green color, blue color. So you can see that we can save these vector plots, these contour plots, and when you want to display them, you can display them. And in a similar way, like we did the views, you can also save the views in the CFD post here. So in a similar way, we can copy the figure view in the CFD post as well. For that, right click on the screen and click on the copy to new figure. You can put the name of your choice here. Let's say I want to keep the default name of the figure 1 here, and click on OK. And I just change the views. So this can be true if you open the new case with the new data, with the new mesh, with the new boundary condition, let's say, but for same case. And I just load those figures, or even if I replace the file here in this same window, and I have this figure 1 now with me. If you right click here, you can copy the camera from the view 2, view 3, view 4, and one of the option is now figure 1. So as soon as you click on the figure 1, this will restore the view to the view which we save in the figure 1. Now let's say I want to save this view on the other side, and put the name as figure 2 now. Click on OK. And I just change the views to some random location, and now I want to restore my view to the figure 2, let's say. So now you can see that now I have just simply I replace my view and restore to the view which is saved in the figure 2. And also now I'm going to show you that how you can draw the vector plots. For that you have to click here and click on the vector 1. And here I want to show the vectors on the symmetry plane, let's say, apply. And if you want, you can change the colors also to the local, and also you can change the colors to the user specified, and you can put the values, minimum maximum values. And let's say I want to change the color scheme to the one single color, that is a black color. So from the mode of the color, I can choose the constant, and here I have the choice of different colors here. So let's say I want to display them in the black color. So right now I am displaying the contour plots for the pressure, and as well as the contour plot for the, and also the velocity vectors on the same plane. And also I can change the symbol size, let's say to the 0.18, and also I can normalize the distance, and all will be of the same size. And now I can see the reverse flow also on the symmetry plane. There is some separation and the reverse flow, and because of the flow from the small inlet, you can see the flow is being forced on the other side from this side to the upper side. And similarly, you can see the vectors now are rushing towards the outlet. Next thing I want to show is the streamlines, and click on streamlines. And now I want to start from, let's say right now from the inlet large, and click on apply. And also at the same time, if I want to select the two boundary conditions, so I can select the inlet small and the inlet large and apply. And let's say I want to hide these pressure contours and the vector plots for a time being. So we have from these two boundaries, let's say apply. And you can take the option, let's say to vertex, and click on apply. So this will create from all the vertices we have on the mesh, and it's a maximum number of points. You can change to, let's say to the maximum of the 100, I think, and maybe you can go up to the 200. This is the maximum limit. Yes. So I have created these path lines, and if I want, I can also have the path lines displayed from the surface of my choice. So for that, I have to create the location, and that can be done from the user surface, that can be done from the isoclip surface. So let's say I want to make a surface here, and this is a surface of the constant x location, and place the plane and apply. And I slightly move this plane towards this location roughly. Move it further, maybe slightly backward. This is before the start of the bend. And here I want to display the streamlines instead of these inlet surfaces from new surface, which is isosurface 1, and click on the apply. And now you can see that we have the isoclip from here. And let's say I want to make the customized surface, not exactly this plane, but maybe a small part of this surface, which can also be done in the CFD post. Now let's say I want to make a geometry of not the exact size of this plane. For that, I have to go to the insert, and from here we have either you go from insert location, or you can directly go to location, and from here we have the option for the isoclip. So click on the OK, and I want to make the isoclip from the isosurface 1, which is the geometry of the plane we have created here. This is this one. And now I want to hide this surface, and now I want to create the smaller surface, not the large surface or full surface here. And for that, I have to right click here and click new here, and in the variable I will change to the first y, and then also along the z axis. So I am going to make the two isoclips. One is for the y-axis and one is for the z-axis. And we already created the plane at the constant x location. and the one would be the greater than, second would be the less than. So I will create the two conditions, and similarly again the y location, and this time this will be the less than the some value. So first of all, let's say I'm going to for the greater than, so I'm going to make it, let's say 0.07, and for less than I will make it some more larger value, 0.57. And now from here I can see that I can now cap the upper side, which is the upper limit, and let's say make it 0.43, 0.27, and similarly I can go for some higher value on the lower limit, which is now 0.11. In the same way, I will go to the location, again the new isoclip. This time I would be using this isoclip 1, and also hide it from screen, so that when I create new one, it should not be overlapping this previous one. And from here I will click the new one, and this time the variable will be the z-axis. Again the new one, this time again the variable is the z-axis. And the one would be the less than, second would be the greater than. So let's say one is less than and second is the greater than. Less than the value of this value. And similarly for the greater value, this would be the 0, for example, or maybe you can slightly increase the value, because on the symmetry plane we have the z value is a 0, so it will start from 0. And if you increase the value of the upper limit, so this would be the, let's say, over here. And now let's say if I want to decrease the size of height of the isoclip, again I can go back to the isoclip 1, double click here, and lower the upper limit, and also increase the lower limit. So let's say I'm going to make the upper limit as a 0.24 and lower limit as the 0.15 or maybe 0.14. I now go to the path lines and streamlines here, and this time I'm going to use the isoclip 2. OK, and apply. In this way I can only create the isoclip or the path lines from the isoclip, and here I use the two isoclips from the one isosurface, and they are kept in the y-axis and also in the z-axis.